Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Dr. RJ here, your president-elect of the Colorado Chiropractic Association. We're just coming to you live today to do some promos for our Rev Up convention. So some of you here in Colorado might have noticed that there's a name change, that it's not called the Colorado Chiropractic Annual Convention because that doesn't sound sexy. So we sexed it up this year and called it Rev Up. And the reason, there's one big reason behind that. All of us here on this board really want to make an impact in chiropractors and the chiropractors' lives of that and the people in Colorado. And then outside of Colorado, when people take notice of what we're doing. So we really always wanted to bring relevancy. We want to bring the most relevant speakers, the most relevant content, and the most relevant information to chiropractors out there. We want engagement. You know, if people aren't getting involved, this organization dies. And so we need an engagement, we need involvement, and then we need value. And that's the one big thing that we wanted to make sure that we do as a board is this: create huge amounts of value for you, the doctor, that translates into the community. And, you know, we always talk when we get to board meetings about what are we doing to increase the level of chiropractors joining the association, because the more we have, the stronger we are. And then probably the biggest thing we talk about is how do we get more people into chiropractic offices, right? Because at the end game is that we want people seeing chiropractors. So this year at our convention, we have some amazing speakers. One of the best out there is Dr. Fab, who's on with me today. And I'll just give a quick introduction, and then we'll let him speak. Dr. Fab was in private practice for 10 years. He served a lot of people in the state of Texas. After his 10 years in practice, he went on for 13 years to lead Parker University and help them grow exponentially. So this guy knows how to bring value. He knows how to bring excellence, and he knows how to be relevant, as he's now the content creator for a bunch of stuff out there in natural health. So Dr. Fab, how you doing, my brother?
Hey, man, it's so great to see you again. And thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be at the conference. Reva, I love it. I mean, this is really what life is about right now.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, with all we've gone through and all over the world in the last, what, I would say 12, 24 months, what a better, there's no better time to be a chiropractor than right now.
Well, I'll start with a very simple concept that to me, after 30 years being in chiropractic, I've never seen. When the pandemic happened, one of the things that I was very excited about is that we were listed as a essential healthcare provider. Now, there were a lot of other practitioners and specialties in medicines that did not make that list, but we were on that list. And now, in my experience of the history of chiropractic, I've never seen where we actually were listed as essential. Now, to me, essential means I can't do without. So what we need to do right now is remind people that the chiropractic profession has been around for 126 years, bringing tremendous value to a lot of millions of people. I think we average about 35 million patients a year based on numbers that I've seen. So the key right now is that a lot of those people may not be aware of the true value of chiropractic. So we need to actually take this opportunity that the pandemic has created, a tremendous awareness of why health is so important, and reintroduce ourselves as the doctor in that community, the healthcare provider that's going to impact you by providing holistic wellness information where you can take ownership of your health instead of letting your health be managed by someone else that's never going to take care of it the way you can. And I think it's a huge opportunity to reposition and actually regrow this profession like never before.
Amen to that. And, you know, you're so right. Like, we just have to be there. We got to be the light. We got to be the voice for these people. And, you know, we just got to keep showing up. And I'm so glad that you're going to come. You're going to do an evening session and just inspire the people there. And, you know, we're going to open up to the public so we can invite people and invite our communities in to come and hear from one of the most passionate people in chiropractic out there. So we're super excited to have you. We're so grateful you said yes. Any little tidbits or cliffhangers you want to give the people what you're going to speak about in Colorado?
Yeah, but I'm going to say one thing first, and that is do not miss this particular event. A lot of effort has been put together to give you a tremendous amount of value. So as a doctor, I want to make sure that you register but also make sure that you bring your staff. One of the things that I recommend, and I've seen it at Parker seminars, the practice that do the best are the ones that invest in their staff so they can benefit. So bring them, not only when I'm speaking, but bring them to let them be in bed by all the amazing speakers that are actually going to be joining us that weekend. And then, of course, because we have an opportunity to bring our patients, don't waste the opportunity to let me educate your patients the way I do on national television. I do about 5 million viewers a week, and I have learned over the last 30 years how to break down the value of chiropractic in a way that will make so much simplicity to anyone that you bring to the table, because an educated patient that understands the value of chiropractic will be a patient that not only will stay with you forever, but will refer more people to you that you can actually manage. So what are some of the takeaways? I want to teach you, number one, how to exchange, how to present that value to the public in a way that you said it earlier, that is relevant. It has to be relevant to the people today. They don't care about what chiropractic has been in the past. They don't care whether they understand it or not. All they want to know is that through chiropractic, you can give them the value and the benefit that they're looking for. So I'm going to share with you some very simple, basic principles and rules that if you can begin to educate your patients in the way that I'm going to teach you to do it, you would actually grow your practice exponentially. Number two, I want to make sure that you take the responsibility of understanding that your future is based on where your engagement is. Not only with the association, because I can tell you, the doctors that participate or engage in their associations are always the most successful ones in their states. I can show you samples after samples of that. Because an association, remember, is the foundation to allow us to practice the way that we were trained to practice. Many states have lost a lot of opportunities to expand their scope of practice and serve people better because they didn't have enough engagement by their doctors. Don't let Colorado be one of those. Colorado is right now positioned to actually be the leader in the United States, but you have to be engaged. You can't just be sitting on the sidelines and say, yeah, they're going to do it. Oh, yeah, I know those doctors are going to be engaged. No, every single person counts. So I want this particular event to be the biggest crowd, not only because you bring in all the doctors, all the CAs, but also all the patients all in one environment where we can celebrate chiropractic like never before. And that's really what I want to leave you with. I want you there, and I want your staff there, and I want every one of your patients there, so that way you can walk out of there with a tremendous investment. By the time you go back to your practice on Monday morning, you're going to feel the effort that you put into by getting everybody there.
Well, if people can't feel your excitement, I don't know what's wrong with them. They might not have a spine or a nervous system, right? No pulse, man. That brain needs to be adjusted. So again, I'm super excited, and you're super right. We talked about this year, people bringing their teams. We have team training, so we got some tracks for that. So all your team will get trained. We really want to make it relevant and, value. And I think like you hit it, internal referrals is one of the things you want to focus on, training these teams so they can become the greatest internal referral marketing machines, because that's what eventually gets more people into offices. So again, it's October 21st to 23rd. It's in Aurora, Colorado. So make sure you get the links below, sign up, get tickets. And if you're coming in from out of town, you fly into Denver, take an Uber to Aurora and come and join us for one of the greatest chiropractic seminars out there, Rev Up. So Dr. Fab, I appreciate you being on here with me today. I so look forward to seeing you live again and just making an impact in chiropractic, my brother.
Well, thank you so much for the leadership that you have shown to this association. And most importantly, you that are listening right now, register right now, bring your staff, bring all your patients, because you don't want to miss this event. I promise you, you don't want to miss this event. You're going to be hearing about it for years. You don't want to miss it. Be there.
Awesome. Fab, bless you, and we'll see you soon, my brother.
Thank you.